Thank you again for tuning in and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're getting rid of every AC component. I'm having a slight auto AC problem, tried to do some plug and play with some fuses, that didn't work out. But either way, I'm in a race car now. No, I'm kidding, it's slow and not racing and it's still on jacks kinda. But I'm in a race car and we're getting rid of the AC unit itself. So the condenser, the pulley system with everything on it, and we're gonna be taking out the hard lines too, back to the firewall. So stay tuned and let's get after it. Definitely regret not being able to take off my fan shroud. I wish I did this when I was redoing the radiator and everything else, but it's all right. So one pulley, two pulleys, three pulleys, sorry, all cracked. It was a little bit harder than planned. I'm gonna go wash my hands and clean it off. Don't call me soft. There's a decent sized rip on the other side of my hand, and on the other side of this bandage. So I'd rather not have it get all gross and infected. I'm also thinking as well, since I want to take the AC compressor out without fully taking off the radiator, I'm definitely going to need a second set of hands to help me hold things. So I can't do everything right now. But we got the intake off, the crossbar off, everything loosened. Ready to take the belts out, and then we'll get to the AC condenser and the compressor, or whatever the heck they're called. One belt and the second belt. Do some research now. I'm not 100% sure what happened here, but this thing was crusty and did not want to move. Good thing I'm only running one AC or one belt now, because this is an issue. Now I need to figure out how to get this thing out of here. Uh-oh. It just won't budge. Uh-oh. Belt's still in pretty good shape. Oh my god, there's not enough for me to take it out of the fan. Ah. Bingo. Oh, those are some nice bolts. So it slips up and out easier, but oh, that was kind of easy. No bueno. No bueno. Idler pulley out, two 17s and a 14. That's where the bearing will slip in, the one I showed you at the beginning of the video. It'll slip in right there. It's definitely hard to tell. Let me zoom in. It'll slip in right here. You gotta double check exactly how this mechanism works here. And then I'm gonna need to wait for a helping hand to get the condenser off. The hard lines out, they wrap up behind and somewhere over in this area. Pull out on its own. No, it's not. It's been wicked awesome. Disconnected the lines from the compressor here. unbolted the brackets and stuff, so now there's a bunch of play with these. This one was, it was decently easy, but this one, clip on here. I'll do it on the small line to make it easier. You're gonna wedge it up, and you're gonna wedge it up from this side right here. Put it on here down below, wedge it up into here, and it's supposed to get these O-rings to lift up and off. You gotta push from the bottom and pull from the top. But oh my goodness. Always harder than it has to be. One of the AC lines, got them unhooked from this side, and now the question is, can we get them unhooked from that side? Huge shout out Rowan. I would probably be very upset right now if he wasn't here. AC lines, almost all the way out. Absolute nightmare. Just in the nick of time. Oh, look at that coil rad thing up front. Let's go. Thank you again. Major help. That was a lot more complicated than it needed to be. Sheesh. Honestly, dealing with the lines took way longer than planned today, and just for how long I was bent over it killed me. And then this line specifically, we weren't able to get out. We dropped one of the white clips down here, and it's gone forever now. Other thing too is I definitely should have done this while I had the front end off, but we took the front radiator support back off, held up the radiator itself, and slipped the AC out, or the AC condenser. So now you can see the coil rad. Step by step, first build. I don't know exactly which steps should be going in order, so we're getting the steps not in order though. And now I have a bunch of bolts and parts and things that need to go back on, and it's not a headache, but it's a little bit of a headache. I'll talk to you guys soon. The thing got mangled, so hold back and get this. So you can get it out the bottom. You just need to twist it and turn it and finagle it. It might take you a minute, it may take you 10 minutes. It took me like maybe 2 or 3. And honestly, after I shut off the video, so actually probably about 10 minutes. But yeah, there she is. One of my hands is filthy, and then the other one's bleeding again. So I'm gonna go wash up here. Know that, whatever the proper term is, the front condenser radiator thing for the AC is gone. The lines are almost gone. There's just one left. It's supposed to be like this, right? It's supposed to be like this. And this will loosen it or tighten it so you can put pressure or take pressure off of your belt. This is like facing like this underneath, so you loosen it, tighten it, and well, this didn't really want to go either way, so I just kept loosening it and it wouldn't go anywhere, and then boom. Well, good thing we're taking it out and it's not going back in. So now we're just gonna be running a 1 pulley system, and yeah, let's get it. really good question. Still turning. So this is now back in. This bolt's now back in. And you can't see it, but there's a bolt right here, right behind the tube. Right there. I also put these 3 bolts back in that were holding up the AC. This thing is crusty. Yo. Oh, I needed to do this. Oh my God. I can only imagine what the rest of this looks like. Oh. I actually can't believe how gross this thing is. Definitely not the best, but way better than what it was. Got the old gasket right here as well. And the new one. So we're gonna get this on there. Also, one thing too, every video I looked up was like, oh, you gotta like unhook the coolant lines or whatever. I mean, not every video, but most of the videos, and I couldn't find much on the forums. And well, there was no coolant lines to unplug. I didn't need to remove either one of these, but if I were to remove them, you'd have to do this one from this side and that one from that side, and that one's kind of a nightmare. So good luck to you if you're doing that. But either way, let's get this put back on there and get the car dropped and get it started back up. So let's get to it. Alrighty, so we got the throttle body back on, cleaned up, plugged back in, just tested it out, making sure everything was working, half throttle, full throttle kind of thing. About to get the air intake back on. The belt's tight. I mean, I don't know exact spec. I mean, it's not wicked tight, but it's not loose, obviously. It's pretty solid here. The bolts are tightened up. These bolts are tightened up. Oh, you can't see down there. The other bolts from the AC are tightened up. I didn't know what to do with the extendo bolts, so I have them not all the way tight, but they're in there pretty good for now. And then, yeah, let's get this thing started up. So I'm going to get this on. I'm also going to do a quick ECU reset and then turn it on. So I will talk to you guys here once everything's on, and then we'll start it up. Yeah, like I was saying, so the auto AC still says it's on, but there's zero AC, so I don't know how it can auto. one belt, no AC, no AC, no AC lines. Well, I still didn't get that one out. Throttle body cleaned. RIP. Oh, maybe that's what'll fix it. Nope. That didn't fix it. I'm just gonna let it warm up a bit, give it some revs. I double checked the bolts, double checked everything was plugged in for what I did today. Don't get me wrong, there's still a whole lot to do in general, but for today, and well, not just today for me, but for today's video for you guys, removed the AC, couldn't get all of the lines out, but I got the condenser and the compressor, and then we cleaned the throttle body. We replaced the throttle body gasket, and we got one belt on. Sorry, we also deleted well, I guess technically only one. We deleted one pulley with the bearing, and then removed the other pulley. But yeah, let's go take a look at it again. So one belt system. The other belt, which was on that same pulley, is no longer there. But it's not throwing any codes. The fans still haven't kicked on though, but that was only happening because the auto AC was kicking on. Oh, that's not good. It says the vans are at full blast, and they're not.